C'est ma chérie, tina ke ase ma yamu. Engi sano muni, emu aye yo. Engi lova muni, emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I sadia ya to money, and I quantity ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I sadia ya to money, and I quantity ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget na ya to money. That's the thing, and I forget na. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out of the globe. For the top people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. The work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monster Rider, San to Bakwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Gentlemen of the press, the Diplomatic International Organization, militant style of the Revolutionary Vanguard Student Unification Party, sir, bring you banter for revolutionary greetings from the man who presides for the Sktv Politburo Central Committee Committee in the General Congress of the Student Unification Party, sir, in person of Committee Law mentor, leader, and teacher Sylvester Widow. This is just an in-passing media engagement to remind Liberians of international community, those individuals who sweat and blood were spilled on their soil to protect democracy and peace, that today, under the leadership of Mr. Boyka and his inept Inspector General of Police, is projecting a war-torn image. Liberians woke up this morning with a disturbing, ruthless, violence posture displayed by the Liberia National Police on the guards of causing intimidation. The posture for today and the image for today that was displayed by the police is sending out a signal that the government of Joseph Boyka, under the leadership of the Agio police, is not committed to protect protesters or individuals that have dissenting opinions to the proceeding of the government. Let us say this: it is everyone's constitutional right. Protest is not a negotiable commodity. Protest is not a privilege. Protest is a right. And when Mr. Boyka was elected to defend the constitution of this country, he was elected to protect the right of those people that would disagree with him. Not everyone that went to the ballot voted for Mr. Boyka. Some raised dissenting opinions on the view that he was not going to provide credible leadership. These individuals have been proven right today. Mr. Boyka is not doing that. In as much we question the sincerity of the organizer of the protest, in as much we believe that Mr. Molba Molu doesn't have the spark, the energy, the ability to commerciate, to inform, and to lead the masses of the people to total liberation. We believe it is predicated enough and it is necessarily dignifying that the government of Joseph Boyka protects the disagreement rights of these individuals that want to protest on the 17th of July. What is circulating on the social media by the Labor National Police is an affront to democracy. It is not civilized, it is barbaric, and they project Liberia as a country that is in chaos.
Well, let's share the show. This is just the prelude. But again, thanks to all of you for joining this show. Today is Tuesday, having to be the 15th of July. You know, I started from the beginning of this month. You know, when the month just start, you know, is the kind of way we call it. You know, that means we just start with fresh, you know, something that you have to do. Then after a certain time, when the month go into the middle part of the so like I stated, right, it is the defenses posture of the entire month. That means from the 1st up to the 5th, that's the defenses time. I mean, that's the time that you have to be defending all of your live, one two that you be any and so forth. Then from the 5th all the way to this 15, 16 now, then that's the you know, that's the Mayfield time, and that's the time itself at least loosen your hand a little bit so that you can understand something that you want to do in the future. Because you know, as Mayfielder, you got to control things. You got to, if you don't control, then that means things will run you, that your entire Mayfield will be weak and people will start scoring on you like where Chelsea was scoring on PSG. So that's why when you're a working person, take this into consideration. Whenever the month, or if I when the month reach this far, even today, some of you, you want credit, you can credit. You know, that means if you want to take salary advance, you can do that. That means at least you are cross, you now reach to at least the 15 days of the workings that the Ministry of Labor, even though these people, they are the champions when it comes to labor policy, because I can probably be saying the government is the champions for bad labor policy. So for me, I don't even But again, that's it. So when the month reach this far now, then those of us now can be smiling small. But let's share the show, people. But Ali will be here. We will play that recording for the second time. We will tell all of you exactly, and that's the student unification party, right? Yes, soup. That is soup. Good. So anytime when they are speaking, you know straight that they come from somewhere. That's the thing. And guess what? They can confuse our own, and that's why someone will come here. We probably don't want to talk to them because you know something that people don't understand about their life is that when you are talking, you have other people down the line that are also listening. That's why you see, I used to admire former President Malene Johnson-Sirleaf. You know, when she go on the radio, or you know, when she go for interview, she will take her own time, you know, and talk to even to the common man, because even some of the people that would think that they're educated, some of them they don't even nothing there. They just out of the school pass through them, or they pass through the school. Only God wonder. But again, let more people share the show. Yes, indeed, share the show. Don't be deterred. Don't be deterred by some of the BB words you hear from them. I look. You oh, sorry to our woman. Oh man, your man be. If I am. Yeah, let me just book it down. So can I? Don't worry. Good. So all of you people, let's share the show. Steve will be here if possible. Steve will join us today. Mr. Kana will join us also, and Brother Aliu and Monk will be here with us. Okay, Brother Aliu already here. Let's share the show, people. Ali setting up. I will bring Ali on. Are you sure? You know, the entire week is just about protest. So all the happening of the day, as we progress to the protest day, we will discuss the issues and you will call in. Because we don't want for people to be like, oh, we're not aware of this. How can this thing happen? Some of us want to go, maybe you want to go buy your land market somewhere, then, you know, then you get confused. Oh, but what kind of plenty people are saying here? So we will continue to update you, give you some of the happening, and tell you some of the things that are ongoing, so that you too, And in fact, you also call in also and give us your own observations, what you make of the day, what you think that should happen. So that one will come here from now all the way to Thursday. We'll continue to chip in on the protest issue. But there are the social issues. Let me bring Ali on quickly. Let's talk one or two social issues. What we'll do the sharing on the show. Yeah, please, let's share the show. We want to hit 500 now. Yeah, you know, we probably not into any kind of competition, but we want to hit 500 at least. Then we start the show. But Ali, good evening. And I know it's morning time. I better say afternoon to your end.
Yeah, neighbor, good afternoon. How you doing? Good afternoon to our listening audience and followers. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good, my brother. Thank God for life. And tomorrow will be my second wedding anniversary. So I think I'm the most happier person now as we speak because it's not easy to even celebrate season one. They are going to season two. Look, my brother, I'm grateful. Yeah, at least hopefully tomorrow time they are be telling brother Ali today make me 2 years into all of the things that you people been going through. Today make me 2 years into it.
Wow, congratulations, my man. Congratulations. Yes.
Sir, I can only.
Yeah, my dear brother, go ahead. I saw this social issue quickly. Let's start with a social issue, maybe then before we go into the politics and so forth. There's this story from is that DW News from Uganda, right? Yes, where they said that the Ugandan higher court finally approved polygamy. That means one man can get more than 2-3 women now and get married to them. And that news it's been circulating on the social media. There are a lot of reactions. Even I follow some Nigerians, also Ghanaians, people commenting on some of the posts and so forth. And they have their own saying that like this thing is creeping out in Africa because in South Africa, even though I don't think it's been law, but people been doing things like that for a little time in South Africa. But now in Uganda now they make it a law. What say you? Aliu?
Neighbor, 2 million will join you shortly, please.
All right, good. So, so maybe we're gonna a few of you. I know Jackie. I'm talking about social issue, Jackie. Then he said, "You probably get issue with everything with Jackie." No, man. Jackie, look, we gotta discuss some of these social issues. I don't want to go to past your thing and where you're talking here and there in Liberia. So most of the thing, but I pass through it. Then, I want my chairman to be here before I get told one of these things. But I want to go outside of Liberia and see some of the training things that because mind you. We are into a global village, and anything that happened to the other side, after years, it may not happen in our generation, maybe the next generation. So this is not the topic, but we just pass through with this social issue. Yeah, the only social issue I know. The only social issue I've been talking, Jackie. What can I hell? Hey, see, Jackie. So let me recognize a few of you. Let me lead Jackie. Jackie patchy left confusion. So let me just lead Jackie Bennett. So Asata O Dawson, good evening for Johnny James David, good evening. Robert Fasula Jackley, good evening. Rudolph Lehman, good evening. And my own sister Ruth Roberts Pemba, good evening. For always following us. That's good. Sebastian William, thank you so much for always following the Sktv show. And those please share the show. Myself, I'm sharing. Lena Yimpan, thank you so much for joining us. You know, sometimes when these things come up, when I'm talking, you won't be. Why you have issues? Why you have issues? How they call Jackie? So the point here is that, you know, before Brother Ali come on, before we move on to the next one, is that there are a lot of people that are already doing it. Jackie, that's the point here. Maybe some of you, maybe you've not been following. Sometimes you will see, or maybe you will hear the news that this person was married and they get married again to another woman, and they go to the court after a few times. You don't even hear anything about this story anymore, and you will see that the new wife or the new woman now will still be in the life of that man. So what's going on? So these things, We got to speak about these things so that our people they can know exactly what happening outside, and some of these things are also happening in here in Liberia. Because mind you, there was this story from Kakata, right? I think from Mangibe County, where this pastor, I think, he alleged that he got married for the second time while his first wife stay alive, in fact active, in fact stay with him. He got married for the second time, and that news break up, and there were a lot of misunderstanding, confusion, and even police went there, police even arrested the pastors and so forth. But today, how far with that story? So these things we will talk politics, but these things too, they are all part of life, because after the politics, maybe we'll go home. That's how it looks. So don't get angry, don't get into or maybe
Yeah, maybe was
yeah, yeah, my dear brother, go ahead.
yeah, what's going on? What you say? What's going on?
Oh no, I was asking about social talk. When you 5 minutes of our time, I need to talk about this social news coming from Uganda that the Uganda High Court has approved, or in fact they said that in fact they signed into law that indeed polygamy is allowed in their country. So that's why I said, what's your take? Because that has been happening with the same, even right here in Liberia, but it's like it's not into law, and sometimes you see some men are legally or in fact illegally though, but when they go to court, like I was just saying, you don't hear anything about some of these stories anymore. So what say you?
You say what is allowed in Uganda?
Polygamy, that means they make a marry more than 1, 2, 3, 4.
But my brother, you see, we the one give you ourselves hard time in the world. We give you ourselves hard time. When you talk about marriage, 2, 3 white people will come up, oh, na polygamy, this and that. You want to marry one woman, but you get 4, 5 girlfriends out there. Why is it you can't get married 2, 3 wives and make them legal one for all, instead of marrying one woman and you sleeping with 4, 5 women out there committing sin? Okay, I think that is adultery. So why can't you just marry 2 or 3? And I'm sure when you marry that 2 or 3, you will be satisfied with them. But people make it to be some kind of big thing. Oh, that polygamy like to marry 2, 3 wives. I think it is better to marry 2, 3 wives than to marry one and then you be sleeping all around. And some of our sisters will be like, I don't want mate. You will tell somebody say you don't want mate, but you're sleeping with somebody married man. What sense does that make? You see, some men they will be so jealous. You want nobody to follow your woman, but you follow somebody who no woman. What sense does that make? So I think just recently when the chairman was here was discussing that same thing, and Mr. Dolly said on Friday, instead of Joseph Baka taking or for you to carry them to Liberia, say maybe they have our sister the whole day, they beyond people, men, our brother the whole day, they beyond people, women, they all in the corner. Let Joseph Waka take the deputy there. I said, no, Mr. Dolly and myself, the best thing, let them make law in the country. Everybody, you can marry 2, 3 wives if you think you get a hand that you're able to support them. Just how the Quran said, if you think you can be just and you think you can afford for those women, you can marry 2, 3. But if you know you get a hand and you able to see it to be between them, then marry just one. When they make it, oh, Muslim people can marry 2, 3 wives. The Quran says, if you think you get a hand to marry these women, that you will be able to satisfy them equally, you take care of them, their needs and wants should be met, then you can marry up to 2, 3 wives. But if you know you don't have that resources, you can't make it, then marry only one. So I think it is better to do whole day the beyond people marry women there. Our sister there, whole day the beyond people marry men there. Me, I will support that 100%. That whole thing is better. You get 1, 2 or 3 wives and be with. It's not good. And sometimes when you talk me, they will be like, okay, so we the women that we should go ahead and marry 2, 3 men too. Say you're men that you want to marry 3 wives. It's up to you. If they pass the law in Liberia for 2, It's up to you. And
Indeed.
the days of Abraham, never saw in the Bible or anywhere that woman married 2, 3 men. You only saw men marry 2, 3 wives. So that question they can be asking, I'm sorry to say, but it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry to say.
Thank you, my dear brother. Even to even add up to that, in the DW Africa or Uganda news, they say yes, the women too. It's up to you. So some of you women who are commenting, getting angry at me, I don't get it. The brother Ali just stated, and he's right. So which one do you think it is the best for you? For you to be hiding somewhere where maybe you and the man are having children and men taking care of you. And let me go back to the book of Esther because how are you talking about? And most of these things, sometimes the people shift all of the blames on you people, in fact, the Muslims. I'm not Muslim, but the thing is in your Bible. I don't know whether you can read the Bible or maybe somebody is interpreting something for you. The thing is also in your Bible. Nobody is forcing you. It's up to you. But if you will not do it, allow another person to do it if the person want to do it. But because of the society, we bully people. The society, the only thing I will do is it will make you to feel that what you're doing is wrong, and which of course what you are doing is right. So that go back to okay, Esther, those of you who are Christians and following us. So Esther 21 verse 10, go back with your party with these social things because the society of ours, all is any little thing that you want to do, even with the issue of paying direct, bride price, and so forth, people see like the rapper traditional one is wrong, it's bad. Until even if you don't do the white wedding, that means you haven't yet getting married. That's the kind of perception, and that's the kind of belief, and that's the kind of life we find ourselves in today. So because of that, today we are doing 2 marriages. We got to finish with traditional, then we'll go back to the Western one, we'll do that one. We are just suffering ourselves. So that go back. So they say, okay. So they say if you want to take a second wife, he must not diminish the first wife's food, clothing, or rights. This means he is obligated to continue providing for her basic needs and maintenance in the marital relationship as before. So these things are biblical. Some of you want to get angry for no reason will come here. We got to also talk both sides tonight. I don't know politics will come, we can talk on social issues. So Josephine digs though. That's the fact. So quickly before I turn over to my brother, then we change the entire topic. For me, I will support this 100%, even though I may not do it. That one of the pastor, one of the Nigerian pastor, they feel that do that also trending. The men were talking about drinking wine, drinking. People say insulting the men. They don't even know. Only for someone then to go read part of the Bible that even talk about in case you want to carry your tag. Now, for example, you want to carry your food and so forth, and the distance, what you're supposed to carry the tag or the fruits that you took from your farm is far. Sell the crops, sell the fruit, and buy something that will make you happy in the presence of your Lord. They know these things. But they don't eat their own food. They prefer for someone else to be celebrating their own food. Someone else to be eating their own thing that they labor for. No. So this thing about us getting angry whenever we hear this thing, we have to stop. It's because of that today, a lot of women today, they are single. Some people that got married, they were divorced, and today they're now becoming side chicks because of the society. Because every little thing society see like bad. Every little thing that society see like is bad. And even the law we have today, most of the things come from the Bible. What the person killing people for killing for? Because the Bible said that shall not kill. So sometimes before you do things, you got to think. But because we feel that we are more civilized, so every little thing we should get rid of. Even the Bible, what the Bible says, some of us we think that it made no sense. Only all of the senses. Now, I told someone one time, but I knew that. Do you know that they recognize bride price is the direct that we paid? All that thing you're doing, you run a car here and then you go buy here and all that thing like job, your own thing that you're doing. But the rightful one that the Bible recognizes or God recognizes is the direct that you pay to the father and the mother for that bride.
That's it, because all that other thing we doing, you get in play, you get in shape, you on your own. The one that God recognize is that $49 we can pay. That's it right there. And to my sisters, if you will say, oh yes, if you're the man will marry 2-3 wives, I can marry two, 3 men, it's up to you. But read your Bible, read your Quran. Which one are the prophet during those days in the Quran, in the Bible you hear they say, oh, the woman here, she married 2-3 men. You were only here about men. So if you want to change it around that, then no problem. It's up to you. Like when I was in Liberia working, one of my boss men told me, they get a tradition in India. Certain people, that's their culture in India. A woman can marry to 2 men. According to him, the day she put the flower to Mayborn door, Mayborn, you know, she coming to sleep with you. The day she put the flower to my door, she coming to sleep with me. And these women, they are responsible for these men, just how we can be responsible for women. Any problem that come to you, family problem whatsoever, that woman responsible to go and solve it. Give you money to go and be there and do everything according to him. They have certain tradition and culture in India, that's what they do. But just know that woman, she not money for any of you. So that's how those people that they
Thank you. So that one now,
you see. So
if that
you
one that men made tradition. That means because the men they feel that they want to turn things around. You see that's the problem that we face with today in the society. So some of you now who are also commenting, I agree. So do you also happy that some of our pastors, our religious people that names coming up into some of these things, are you happy for that? Yes, I get that you are happy. Because if this man, quote unquote, maybe have a serious issue, like I monitor one other pastor not too long, I think on the social media, and the man asked question, Brother Ali. He said that sometimes I don't get it. Some of you want your partner to be living distance and be living distance. The two of you are cheating on each other, both sides. Nobody would tell me that I'm lying. In fact, the whole church, the congregation were even upside down. People were laughing, and people were saying, "Oh yeah, that's true." And that's the fact. Why in that's why Brother Ali go listen for more than 4 years. And man, according to even the book of Ecclesiastes, said that 2 of you supposed to be together and be one, but 1 person can't be one. So Brother Ali, will you not be one somewhere else? So, but again, that's the society we live in, and that's the world we live in. So we bearing things, and we are managing with things. But again, my brother, anything before we transition to national politics?
My man, I get it that the Uganda government they did well at least, and let me try that one at least and see what they can do to help other women. And the Bible, the Quran will tell you, say, love for yourself while you love for your neighbor. And this is the question I always ask people. If we have 5,000 women, we have 4,000 men, and 4,000 men marry 4,000 women, there are 1,000 women out there. They were not married. So if your sister was among them, for a man to marry her, she become a second wife to that man, where in she too she will bear children. And for her to just be out there to be a public property, which one you prefer now? This is the question I always ask people. Your sister being over there, being a public property, just sleeping around, and for another man to marry her where she will get children too and be happy the way you are married with children. Which one is better? This is the question I always ask my sisters. You see, because according to the Bible, the Quran, why you love for yourself, you love it, the same thing for your friend. So if you marry, you get children, you can see your children, you happy, and you see your sister, she's not married, and she wants child, she can't get it because why? 4,000 men already married 4,000 women, and she among the 1,000 women that left over. So how will you ready feel? If it was my sister, I better you be your second wife so you can get your own children and be happy than to be your public property.
Even I can tell you on the public radio, even if I'm my daughter, the only thing the man shouldn't be foolish. I know the man is good and be able to take care of her. I'm willing. Well, I'm okay. That's the same thing for me. I don't hear my ear on this thing because him heart. Let me be frank and let me respond to our sister. Go to 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, all the way down. Then you will know what what you are saying, Sister Jackie saying, you talk about new era. So go back to our Fatumete. So even Google and even ask yourself, whether the Bible against polygamy or not. So just go there. Some of you that you're following and do it and see as to what kind of result you're going to get. So what we are saying here is it's up to you. Nobody is forcing you and nobody putting things on you. So if you go back to 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 all the way down, I tell you, it's a true saying that if you want to be a bishop, you want to be an overseer, you want to be this and that, you should be somebody or one wife. So now me say that one again. I beg you. My brother,
and John had a chairman said those people they just want to be so possessive. That's all they don't want about being or made to another woman for the man to marry. They just want to have you all by themselves. And some of them again they have you all by themselves. Then they start to be so disrespectful and abusive to you. This is where the problem coming from. You see, you want the man to be for you alone, and he then now you want respect him when he tell you this, you don't want to do it. In life,
if you open a line now on a social issue, a lot of men will call and be crying.
Do that when I tell you, say Jackie, do this, you want to do it, I'm going to it. And so you will know that when you do it, even will do it, and I will pay more attention to even than you. So when there is no competition in life, it can be easy. So these are some of the things you want to have all by yourself, and then when we there again, some of you now all the women, some of you, and you start to abuse or you feel like, oh yeah, without me he can get another woman. So life is all about competition. We get transition, my man.
Yeah, thank you. So that transition, so the issue is not only about Muslims. Some of you that have that perception that I'm not Muslim. No. It's also in your Bible. Go and check in your Bible. Unless maybe if you can't read your Bible, but it's also in your Bible. So not everything you just go to other people's religion. Now Muslim people can marry too. No. Yourself as a him. In fact, marriage is not. You can get married to the strand. You can get married to your horse. There's no specific era for marriage in the Bible. Nothing. There's no specific era. I can get married right here. In true film. Nothing. But we made this thing to look like we are the one that drive changing things. We change things too much. We're getting my brother transition. Yes. So today mark day 2 of the more talk about protest. And mind you, I think this morning we wake up where we saw our Liberia National Police in fact showcasing their strength and so forth. And I think we're going to play some of the video quickly. Let me see how better to play the video. Then we'll move on. Then we'll go to some of the student community here in Liberia, especially from SUP, that respond to the Liberia National Police. Then from there, then we, yes, I think then we can go for, yeah.
Neighbor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe yeah, before we go to our Liberia issue, just something. Jawa was discussing here yesterday when it comes to our lawmaker. Then when we were talking, the government need to stop giving these people gas, scratch card, this and that, and what have you. Like this morning when I went to work, and one of my co-workers from Ghana, and she was like, Masale is like, like somebody was listening to your show yesterday because sometimes you be in the office on this program. So I said, why? She said, our president just cancel everything. No more people getting or scratch card. No more people getting gas. The Ghanaian government has canceled everything. Then they get lawmaker, then you get TV in your office. All of these things, government officials, the government is paying for it. The Ghanaian government cancel everything immediately today. You see, just what we were discussing yesterday that what took place in Ghana today. The president has canceled it. No more government officials appointing lawmaker whatsoever to say you coming to get gas from the government. So you are need to make sacrifices towards the people that you serving. So now when you minister or you whosoever buy your own gas, put it in your car to go to work. You get your television whatsoever to your office, you're self-responsible for your internet bill. You see, so this morning she was just telling me about it, and I saw it again on our Liberia news. Something like that. Say, okay, like our message resting there with the people of Ghana. Let's wait and see if our Liberian government they will do the same thing one of these days. Yeah, so that's why I wanted to bring it.
And yeah, thank you for bringing that news from the Accra, Liberia. You are quite correct. Myself, I follow that information and that 100% truth. And so again, yes, indeed, according to that information, President John Mahama has officially canceled all fuel allowance and allocations to all presidential appointees. Yes, indeed, he said that all these things are waste. And because of these things, their citizens are living in poverty. So at least these monies now will be able now to better the lives of our people. But guess what? We spend nearly 24 million on fuel for vehicles and US 8.79 million on fuel for generators. And you know, these are kind of money that we spend just for all of the fuel, gasoline, and everything. When you come on the radio, you talk these things. People get angry. People think that maybe that you hate their government. You don't want a government to do better. But you see, look, Brother Aliu, John Mahama, you know, I come in. You know, John Mahama, this is his second term. So, yeah. He said, go ahead.
No, I was just talking. I said this thing about giving lawmaker gas crash card. That's just Joseph Waka government. So there is no need that when you talk about it, for people to say, "Oh, you hate the government." No, that's just
that was a system. Thank you. That was a system. That was a system that was put in place by former President Mana Eddie Johnson Sirleaf, and Joseph Yema Bouaka was sitting there as number 2. You know, when Joseph Bouaka said I would score opportunities, some Liberians, they were not thinking. They were not thinking. They just thinking that the paper was just true for the day. But these are things that the paper was saying. That they said there. The Liberian people money that people sent in, people were giving, you know, helping hands, yeah, and they're back to back. They sit there and share the money among themselves. And what they did. So that's the failure of their first 12 years of the United Party-led government. That you went ahead and increase everything from maybe 10% or maybe 50% to 100% just for government appointees. Every time we come on the video, the lawmakers, they are the problem. The lawmakers, they are this and that. But do you know how many government officials that are not lawmakers, but they are making 10,000, 15,000 per month? Well, no, you don't know that. So these are reasons that you Liberian out there is supposed to stand up. In Ghana, there are no protests yet. But John Mahama, he's seeing all the things they know. That did not make no sense. That I will sit here and get 1,400 gallons of fuel or gasoline to go do their own operation. What they do, they will not kind of work 2 times a week. No. So all the monies will be able to go to our people. Then another thing again that he did, one of the latest news also is with the issue of security.
The issue of security, yes.
Do you know that there are soldiers that are assigned to private, individual, former government officials that have been, some of them almost 12 years now, they left from power, and soldiers are still guarding them. So they mentioned, no, they won't, but that made no sense. That's what I want. Like, for example, if Mayborn is a prominent person, Mayborn can look for one private security, no problem. But for us to send, like, for example, airfare to Mayborn and say that airfare people be guarding Mayborn, everything, no, it's a waste. Then that alone proves that you are doing pick and choosing in the country.
Exactly. And the same thing happening in Liberia. The same thing happening.
Oh God.
You see, and maybe these are some of the reasons why you see people brought the Unity Party back to power. Because when Manaseni took over, she felt to herself that paying people huge salaries, she could get rid of corruption. At the end of the day, she apologized to the Liberian people. You see, and during Manaseni time, all men were over there in Liberia. You see, jobs were everywhere. NGO were there. We all were working with NGOs because we just came from one at time. There were surplus of NGO in the country. There were so many jobs. But immediately she left power after 12 years. Those NGO, even she was in power, some of them that were working with, they started going. You see, all men left. These people that they say, oh, John Weah is irresponsible, he's inept. This is why all men left, all the NGO then left. We will bring another united party back to power. And this is why today they brought Joseph Wakana, why they cannot undo salary harmonization. These are some of the things. Because you fair to yourself, oh yes, that John Weah made NGO to go where. I was surprised to see people in this America talking, say when Joseph Wakana become president, we will see the kind of NGO that will be wasting in Liberia. Also NGO, they get there to be passing around. On the way for when United Party can power, they go to Liberia. What happened in Liberia for NGO to go? So they said they were going to get job. Where are the jobs? We still waiting to see the NGO and put it back to Liberia. And they cannot do salary. They say continue adding big salaries up in the country. The government are keen to you. They have even said adding salary or more than the government are keen with proper agenda. But that's Liberia for us. You see?
And that's why we are not making any progress. To those of you who just following us, these are some of the reasons, because the waste in government is just too much. In less than 3 months, even I'm able today, you put me somewhere in some kind of government entity or so forth, maybe to some higher level. In less than 3 months, I feel them to 100,000 a year, or in fact, you may even call it, because the government make this thing to look like some of the people that are coming, they are scientists, and which of course some of the people, they don't even perform to that level of Liberians' expectations. But you make their salaries, you make all of their allowances, you make these things high, so that, like for example, the central bank governor, he was quizzed on so many occasions. You know, when he went at the Liberian Senate, the man Hossin allowance alone is close to almost 4,000. You imagine, though. You imagine. Even the LEC boss.
We hearing the
LEC boss. I'm hearing that in fact entire money is around 13,000. Your new LEC boss. He was quizzed also when he went for confirmation hearing at the Liberian Senate. Why was somebody making $13,000 US every month in the poverty struggling country? Then you say people shouldn't stand up. Oh man, you're not the face to talk. So say that you the face, then you come out not to speak. Because all of these things putting on into agile poverty.
The money that we're hearing about the central bank governor, we're hearing about 60,000 for the whole year for the man who house that he built for the past 25 years. Today they pay him 60,000 just for his own house. You see, where are we going as a nation, my brother? If we can, for nobody look at and they buy election coming in the County, I think about 12 person running just for that one seat.
Yes.
One seat.
11.
Because to them, only way to get rich is to work in government. 12 person running for one seat. You see that kind of foolishness?
Come and see the police officer. They put a guy you every day, every night, every time. No,
my man,
that's why, no. This country of ours, quickly before I even play that video, my brother, this country of ours, I don't get it. Police officer. That now you want to use police officer. So you got to carry them outside so that people can take their photos, do camera with them. Somebody that made 150. Somebody that made below that amount. Someone who don't even have equipment. Police officer in this age and time of ours. The only well-dressed police officer that you can easily see are the one that are closer to the police RG. Amen. Amen. What kind of country is this? That even you not see your own police officer and be happy and say, yes, this is the kind of security force that we want. That at least this police officer, the way he dress alone, even speak volume that I can't even bribe this man. But see one police officer from Monday to Friday, someone they even wear t-shirt. But can me play the video so that you can, so that some of you are people, so you can see. No, they want to move. I'll not play the one. I'll look for another one. Sorry. Yeah. So
my co-worker brought Lati in the office and show it to me, asking me what happened in Liberia. But play it, we coming there.
Yeah, so go ahead. I think I want to be better. Me play the one. I think they want to be a little bit better, but I don't want to. No. That one by look at you. Yeah, they made what? No, they made it too interesting. So my people are your police officer in there. Yeah? Some of you who can be backing people from day one, all you know about is just to go out there and vote for Canada, but you don't even care as to what things are happening, what life is going on the right way. But all you care about is how to support political parties. These are your police officers. Someone say, as you say, from January to December, and you're right. A police officer that don't even have a pepper spray, they don't even have batu, electrical batu, they don't even have handcuff. And how most of the police officers look when you see them, if I see them, they yeah.
Thank you. Maybe when I even see that video today, they seeing guy talking about my Ghanaian co-worker. She the one brought that video, she showed it to me, and she was asking me what happening in Liberia. And when I saw the video, when I saw the caption, and I told her, I say right now Liberia is headed by a bunch of political junta, gangsters, and hooligans. This is how our country is now. We get political junta, gangsters, and hooligans. They the one leading our country. Because of the way they are heading the country, the kind of things that are happening in the country, and the peaceful citizens decide to protest. And this is why you see the Liberian National Police, they are out there exercising, training themselves, getting ready to prepare themselves for the protest that will be here on July 17th. You see, these are the people that claim to be well educated, and you will see people talking, we get a responsible government now in power. Is this why you call a responsible government? Maybe for some of us that experience war in Liberia, this is how the rebel used to behave.
Good. Malicious. Look, by that time, some of us, our eyes were even open. The SOD. These are kind of behavior of the SOD.
Used to behave. So when you watch this kind of thing, it take your mind back to doing the wartime. I can remember when we were in Bomikate, Roseville, when the rebels they ready now, they go on the front line, when they ready to put us in Zigo, Roseville Mission, Unimo J, Unimo K. That the kind of Sunday we are singing with our gun there putting us this kind of thing take our mind back to the wartime. Is this why you call a responsible government? This is a rebel government. This is not a responsible government. See the kind of expression they are using. See the kind of song they are singing. So what you are trying to do? Intimidate the protesters, put fear in them, so people don't have right to come out to protest. You come and tell me against CDC data because anything the government do, the moment you try to say CDC did the same thing. When you people hire Jews and you protest, John, we have said that all the other things are there in our country. Where you saw Liberian National Police doing such a thing, you see, so the entire government, every sector have been politicized. So the Liberian National Police now, they have become a political party again. As a police, you're supposed to be neutral in the country, but it is not like that. When they get brought the thing to me today, I saw it. Everyone that I saw what we experience in our country, this is just taking our mind back to the war days, the 14 years of civil crisis we went through in our country. This is the government, they say it is a responsible government. This is why I say this government, this is a bunch of political junta, gangsters and hooligans that control our country now. You cannot speak freely, there is no freedom of speech, there is no human right in the country. You come out to exercise, they brutalize you, they kill you, it happen in King George. These are some of the things that are happening. Is this the government you call a responsible government? See how police are behaving, baby.
Yeah, so yeah, my brother. For me, when I saw this video, or in fact, there are so many videos of their the police exercise. Again, it's not wrong for security officers sometimes maybe to come out. But again, the worst thing about all of these things is that to see our security who are not even happy, like in fact the police officer, because mind you, any police officer they've been anything for a very long time. United Party first 12 years they were into this in Wahala. CBC came to and said, okay, yes, and maybe we were taking a thing going to be good at least with the police officer, with the same Wahala. They enter into the United Party again for the third time because they won the United Party third time and winner. The same thing. The first good thing that the police RG should have done was bring in new uniform, bring new equipment, bring everything and rebrand our entire police officer. Even if you're showcasing them, maybe before, maybe protest time, 3, 4, 5 months when nobody ever protest, people say, yes, at least you are doing something. But you just bringing people out, see some of them. The people are saying, people taking pictures, they're making phone. So the whole country now tend to phone box. While Ghana is making progress, we are making phone. Everything about us here is phone. Anyway, that's it.
The IG, he focused on making TikTok video. He made 10 videos a data, looking at his name, how pink it is. I own focus point. This is why I said, Liberia, we are not going anywhere if we continue giving people jobs based on contact, based on political party affiliation, and it is not based on qualification. We saw the United Party government 12 years. We saw how disgruntled, how brutal the police were in our country. You like it or not, I don't care. But look at the police under CDC administration, how they were looking, and see the police again today. Let's take the salary issue from there. But the way they were organized during the previous administration, whenever United Party come to power, they use the police to brutalize citizens, to put fear in the citizens. You don't do that. Why are you showing to us? Even though yes, sometimes it's good for the police to come out. Why ever time they couldn't come out, or because they talk about protest, so this is the time they see to come out? And you talking say the police, they are not certified, they are certified with the 150, 125 they are giving them. When they are not certified, they will leave the police. But because they are certified, that's why they are there to be brutalizing peaceful citizens. And they are coming to use them again. They say they're giving them $20 just for that one day. Some of them they will not get it. You see, they probably only bring you out to use your, when they're ready for you, for then they dash your be over there. The only way you can survive is to harass motorcyclists, keke, and drivers along the way. My brother,
so
Liberia, we get long way to
go quickly before we go for the news break, because man, I will leave you if you'll be able to do. If not, then I will play some video. But I want us to chip in quickly with the reactions coming from the Student Unification Party, SU. Quickly before we go for this break, let me see our best to play this.
The Tubo International Organization, militant style carrier of the Revolutionary Vanguard Student Unification Party. So, bring you banter for a revolutionary greetings from the man who presides for the Politburo Central Committee Committee and the General Congress of the Student Unification Party. The president of Committee law mentor, leader, and teacher Sylvester Widow. This is just an in-passing media engagement to remind Liberians of international community, those individuals who sweat and blood were spilled on their soil to protect democracy and peace, that today, under the leadership of Mr. Boyka and his inept Inspector General of Police, is projecting a war-torn image. Liberians woke up this morning with a disturbing, ruthless, violence posture displayed by the Liberia National Police on the guards of causing intimidation. The posture for today and the image for today that was displayed by the police is sending out a signal that the government of Joseph Boyka, under the leadership of the RG of police, is now committed to protect protesters or individual that have dissenting opinions to the proceeding of the government. Let us say this: it is everyone's constitutional right. Protest is not a negotiable commodity. Protest is not a privilege. Protest is a right. And when Mr. Boyka was elected to defend the constitution of this country, he was elected to protect the right of those people that would disagree with him. Not everyone that went to the ballot voted for Mr. Boyka. Some raised dissenting opinions on the view that he was not going to provide credible leadership. These individuals have been proven right today. Mr. Boyka is not doing that. In as much we question the sincerity of the organizer of the protest, in as much we believe that Mr. Moluba Molu doesn't have the spark, the energy, the ability to communicate, to inform, and to lead the masses of the people to total liberation. We believe it is predicated enough and it is necessarily dignifying that the government of Joseph Boyka protects the disagreement rights of these individuals that want to protest on the 17th of July.
Wow, wow, wow. So, but Ali, quickly, we have roughly about 3 more minutes to go. Maybe you can just use 1 minute. Then I turn over to you while you do the talking a little bit while I go for the news break. But what say you with that little information coming from the Student Unification Party or SUP?
Maybe protest, this is not something that when you want to protest, you have to go beg the government, oh yeah, we want to protest. No, when you want to protest, just go and tell the government, then let it give you clearance or whatsoever according to Liberian law that they need to give you, but you don't have to go begging. And for me, I would say the only thing I'm not going to support, I will not support people going protest, and then there are other people, they don't want to be part of your protest, they have to go find a daily bread, they get other things to do. You people are not going to go block the road that people can get free access, the people can get free movement. I'm not going to support that. But I think it is right for the government to protect people. We saw what happened June 7, the previous administration. They were there serving people water. This is what we call a responsible government. You see, and you see in their own administration today, they are putting fear in people. They are scaring people. Why you think they are doing that? So that anybody see that, you will say, I wanted to go protest, but what I saw the police doing, I'm not going there. You don't do that. You people claim to be so responsible. That being so irresponsible and reckless.
All right.
So that's just what I have to say in our
yes.
thing.
So thank you. I don't know, but again, let me just say this to all of you, our people. Even though we'll come back with some more, then at 7:30, we activate the line so that you too, you can also be part of our discussion. Look, this country had to move forward, and our people, especially our leaders, they had to do their best, especially our president. So again, protest that the student was saying, yes, it is a right of every Liberian under our constitution. The only thing that my brother Ali just stated, remain peaceful. That's the best thing to do. You can even hold your placards and even stand across the road and tell people will see you. That's the thing. The only thing is that let the message go that you were standing somewhere with your placards or whatsoever thing, and the government will likely react to you. The only thing with our country or our governance system is that they don't even guard these things. They see this thing like, in fact, nothing. So you will talk until you tire. That's the kind of system we have here. John Mahama is pushing and doing well for his country. So, folks, we got to go for the news break. Aliu, I don't know whether you want to hold on or we should go.
Yes,
video.
News break. you can go for the news break. Yeah, John Mahama, you see, he was there before, and then later on he lose the election, and he came back again, and he trying to make things for his country. You see, so at least people who supported him to come back, they will be proud of him. And I always say this, Liberia, we say we are the poorest country in the world, we are the 8th poorest country in the world. But what are we showing out there to people? I always like to say this, because some of us we in America here, we know lawmakers, we see how these people they are treated, they are getting in this country. Compare it to Liberia, who say they are the 8th poorest country in the world. The benefit, the facility they are giving lawmakers. Where in the world you will be paying somebody at the same time you pay their horse girl, everybody that working with their office staff, you pay them 15,000 every month. You give their car, you gas the car for them, the maintenance of that car, you are responsible. You make sure
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the diplomatic corps, international organization, militant style cardio of the Revolutionary Vanguard Student Unification Party. So, we bring you banter for revolutionary greetings from the man who presides for the Sktv-Lib Bureau Central Committee Committee in the General Congress of the Student Unification Party. So, the president of Committee Iruda, law mentor, leader, and teacher, Sylvester Widow. This is just an in-passing media engagement to remind Liberians of international community, those individuals who sweat and blood were spilled on their soil to protect democracy and peace, that today, under the leadership of Mr. Boyka and his inept Inspector General of Police, is projecting a war-torn image. Liberians woke up this morning with a disturbing, ruthless, violence posture displayed by the Liberia National Police on the guards of causing intimidation. The posture for today and the image for today that was displayed by the police is sending out a signal that the government of Joseph Boyka, under the leadership of the Agio Police, is not committed to protect protesters or individuals that have dissenting opinions to the proceeding of the government. Let us say this: it is everyone's constitutional right. Protest is not a negotiable commodity. Protest is not a privilege. Protest is a right. And when Mr. Boyka was elected to defend the constitution of this country, he was elected to protect the right of those people that would disagree with him. Not everyone that went to the ballot voted for Mr. Boyka. Some raised dissenting opinions on the view that he was not going to provide credible leadership. These individuals have been proven right today. Mr. Boyka is not doing that. In as much we question the sincerity of the organizer of the protest, in as much we believe that Mr. Molba Molu doesn't have the spark, the energy, the ability to communicate, to inform, and to lead the masses of the people to total liberation. We believe it is predicated enough and it is necessarily dignifying that the government of Joseph Boyka protects the disagreement rights of these individuals that want to protest on the 17th of July. What is circulating on the social media by the Liberia National Police is an affront to democracy. It is not civilized, it is barbaric, and they project Liberia as a country that is in chaos. We have enjoyed peace in this land for about 30 years. The Boyka's administration is presenting an image. These are government officials. These are the government that is saying they are lobbying international investors. You cannot lobby international investors when you parade a pre-military organization of government. We want to inform Liberians today that if the government of Liberia cannot protect the rights of the people on July 17, they have violated the constitutional right of the people, and Mr. Boyka must exit the presidency. We must be clear to spare a spare a spare. If you believe that the people that are protesting for the one reason, do what they say you should do. The government in less than 1 year, 7 months, have bastardized every sector of this country. for the IGO police to parade men chanting perfumated songs as if you are leading the MPFL, as if you are leading Model. It's embarrassing for our democracy. No civil government will want to do this on a day or eve to a national protest where the people feel they are not satisfied and they are disenfranchised. Graduate Common have reduced the Liberia National Police to nothing. This man is a reckless bravado, an empty government, an angry wearing mayor of police, as we always say. This is the man that is presiding over the national police and embarrassing this country. What the police is doing, they are embarrassing us, even international guests. They are embarrassing us, even the international community. This is the government that was celebrating that they want to sit at the Security Council. This is the government today that is intimidating protesters with army. The government of Joseph Boakai was not elected for this. The Student Unification Party stands strongly against what the regime is doing. We believe that the protester right must be protected. In the coming days, we will lead masses of awareness to inform Liberians. In as much we believe that we cannot disagree with protests, we think it is not necessary for people like Moluba Moliu on the guise of a CDC masquerade to have national protests in this country. This is what we are playing with. But in as much we disagree with the organizers of the protest, we believe it is fundamentally necessary that the government of the day protect every protester, regardless of where or which institution they are from. The chairman of the party will be communicating with Liberians in the soonest possible time. Call this quick media engagement to inform our international guests, to inform the international community that anything happening on July 17, the government of Joseph Boakai is responsible because they have started to send a panicking sound that they will perpetuate violence on that day. You saw the statement from the quote-unquote JMB United Party COP. Today, it is the government under the masquerade of the IGO police intimidating protesters. If you send this kind of a signal with the Liberia National Police abusing people on state media, you are telling us that on the 17th, you will be chaotic to the people. This is what they are saying. We condemn it. It is recklessness. It is not governance. You are not here to protect power. You are here to protect the people. The government of Joseph Boakai must protect the people whether you disagree with them or not. Not everybody voted you, Mr. Boakai. Not everybody voted you. The CDC must now be given an opportunity to present itself as a righteous messiah of the people. These are backward reactionary elements. If they disagree with you today like you disagree with them yesterday, you must have the political tolerance not to use police as a weapon of state torture and brutality. The IGO police must be warned. We have a population of over 5 million people. The statistics in the possession of the Student Unification Party, we have over 30,000 men in the Liberia National Police. The Dawn security in its totality is over 82,000 men. These numbers are in some, they are at the minimum advantage if Liberians want to rise up and demand popular change. You cannot use the police that is intended to protect the people of this country to orchestrate chaos, brutality, and violence. SU will not support anything that will lead to violence. And this violence must not be perpetuated by the state. We have always said and we have maintained it is the responsibility of the government to protect the people, whether they like it or not. This is a non-negotiable responsibility. When Mr. Boakai was sworn in as president of this country, he swore in on the oath that regardless of who disagreed, once that person is in conformity with the Lord, he was protected. That was what Mr. Boakai said. When Mr. Boakai took a place of office, he told Liberians he was not going to institute a green state or a blue state. Today, the government is intimidated and is using state apparatus. Yesterday, the WIA administration used stores supported by the CDC. When Moluba Molu served as chairman. This is the reason when we appear in the coming days on the multiple mural station on the intellectual forum, We will be telling our people, unmasking who Mr. Molu is. This is a scum that doesn't have moral to come to Liberians and tell them about protest. But in our mind, we believe it doesn't have the moral. We also believe it is historically necessary that the state play is pivotal. This is not an intellectual day. This is just to send a signal to the regime. The Student Unification Party will not control in your puho. SUB as an institution is the bedrock of the democratic credential and foundation of the state. It is our responsibility to protect any individual. While they cause perpetual chaos and mayhem on us yesterday, in among they are not in leadership and they are on the guards as Liberians, it is our responsibility to talk for them. We are saying to the Liberian National Police, neutralize your acts to cause chaos and panic. What you are doing is to intimidate fear. The population must not be made afraid. You should not create a fearful scenario as a protest is war. A fearful scenario as if Liberia is going back to the gold days. Mr. Molu doesn't have moral. The Agio police should stop using the police as a weapon of intimidation. People must protest if they have disagreement. Let us say this. We may clear on this thing. Graduate Coma must stop the nonsense that men in uniform are doing. Who is a Molu that you should take serious? Who is Mama Molu? Who knows Molu? Molu is one go-team well individual. Molu is a backward ideological individual that doesn't have the span to welcome the best in this country. What you think when you talk about protest, you talk about a few handful of citizens that are passing around angry and looking for jobs, trying to recalibrate power. The comment of Joseph Boyka is reckless. They don't know how to consolidate power. To consolidate power is to consolidate the people desire. You pass around and make Molu that pass around way Angoti and Goti as if he's a majority of the people and you want the people to look at you. Now let me say Boyka must be serious. Mr. Boyka needs to be serious. Insofar SUB is around, insofar the party is here, we will not allow any contradictions go free. Those that want to protest on the guise of Mr. Molu, quote unquote, enough is enough. But this is the, like I said, it is disappointing. It is disappointing on what the police is doing to give Molu irrelevant, to make Molu appear as if he has had a country hostage. It tells you how unserious Boyka is. It tells you how unserious the Agio police is. Who is Molu? This is the reasons in the Student Unification Party when you have read the theory of a grassroots mobilization, you will not be intimidated by a Molu that has no base, no grassroots base to move the people in this country. The protest on the 17th of July, we can say for free, it's a nonsense show speed. But why is the government so afraid? The government is afraid because the people will be waking up anytime soon, not by Molu, but by the consciousness that will be raised in the coming days by the Student Unification Party. We want to say this to Liberians. The government elected by Joseph Boyka has failed massive. This government.
Baga police, regular police, yo. Black night, intimidating the people, a lot of people to express themselves freely, yo.
Under the guise of Mr. Boyka, the state is hell. Governance is in a worst stage. SUB will provide the necessary revolutionary direction. We don't look up to Molu. This is the reason all of it is.
All right. Okay. So, folks, we're back. But Aliyu, even though you were holding on, but again, we were not getting you. So we got to get you off the network so that we can hold that video until after the news bulletin. But we're back. Thank God. At least, yeah. I guess you've been following a full conversation or an interview coming from SUB and so forth. I've been reading a couple of comments here also in our comment section, and that's so good. Even though this other comment coming from Lahai Momo, and in fact, he said that Soup guy said Moru doesn't have the moral to call for a protest, but those that have it do not want to come up. Yes, indeed, I like that. Yeah. So, but Ali, what say you?
Yeah, Mabel, can you hear me there?
I'm getting you, my dear brother. We're back. Thank you, Ali, for holding on. We're back after the news break.
Mabel, I just listening to this guy there for answer for soup or what kind of soup. Are you there? You getting me?
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm getting you, but Ali, go ahead. I'm trying to remove the video. But go ahead.
Mabel, this is so sad for our country. You see, I'm listening to these guys, and this is why the last time I said Liberia getting a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. Yes, it's good for the country, but this government does not deserve that seat. And these are some of the reasons why I say it, because you say you are a non-permanent member on the United Nations Security Council, and see what is happening in our country today. Liberia have been a member before, and at that time we had serial-minded government. We have presidents who knew their right from their wrong. But now, under the kind of joker we get, we call Joseph Yuma Baka. That Joseph Yuma Baka, you will call to go discuss about peace in your country tomorrow when there is something happening in the region, when he cannot even maintain the peace and stability in his country that he inherited. He able to maintain it. He the one going to sit and discuss about peace in somebody in the country. What will you get from out of this man? He lacks leadership ability. He knows nothing about governance. See how Liberia is today. So we just got that seat, but this government doesn't deserve it. You can say whatever you like or you want to say. George Weah get his butt, but when we talk about somebody who know about peace, you think George Weah will be president in Liberia? People say they come in protest, and you see police coming all singing rebel song, behaving the rebel to state fear in the people to intimidate them. I double dare you to try that under his administration. You can do that. Everybody get their own board. But he's a man of peace that Liberian people will forever remember him for that. But Joseph Bakai, he cared less. He and Madam Sedi served our country for 12 years. Nobody knew General Bondeke was in Liberia. He was under all a god base. George Weah led our country for 6 years. You never one day hear General Bondeke name. But Joseph Bakai, just doing election time, General Bondeke surface up to today's date. If this what you call a responsible government, you think if Joseph Walker was legally minded and guided, he will sit in our country with the amount of years he spent in government, the amount of years we went through with war, and see people like General Bondeke be in our country today talking, intimidating people, saying this kind of thing. Somebody that know about peace. Joseph Walker, he's not the rightful person to come, and I will be surprised and to see other countries when they have problem to say, oh yeah, we're coming to call Liberia president to say that.
But Ali, let's go back. So let's go back to some of these statements. Mind you, these statements been circulating in the social media that quote unquote this person is not the rightful person, maybe to bring the message. And this thing just been like that, Liberian people, they quote about things, I'm very admire them for that, because for some of them that that's what they like. For people to come and bring wise then that, yeah, this person is not a reverend messenger. So my question to you, or in fact, before my question, let me say this. So if, like, for example, Satan come on and tell and say, okay, yeah, call, I'm sorry for whatsoever thing that may be happening, and come back and tell us that we should repent from our sin, we will say, no, Satan not a reverend messenger. So people have their own things and they have their own way of handling issues. If somebody was criminal, then for example, if this person was criminal and the same criminal come back and tell you that to see is not good, I don't get it. Which one do you want?
Yeah, Mabel.
Yeah.
Mabel, can you play? Yeah, come back with your question, please. I didn't get it clear.
Yes. No, I will make a statement, but this is my question to you. My question to you and with our followers and our viewers: who is the rightful messenger for Liberia poverty? Who is the rightful person to talk about Liberia poverty? To talk about the happening in this nation? To talk about issues that confronting our people? Who is the rightful messenger? Me, I want to know. But are you?
You talking about who the rightful messenger for to talk about Liberia poverty? Who the rightful messenger?
You have to talk about Liberia issue because this news been circulating that this person is not a rightful messenger and the other. Because I'm very confused. Almost like in fact the War Crimes Code or the TRC. If you look into that entire thing, you will see almost of the people who are working today in government, quote unquote, the one way and the other participated in a war, but they are all working. But then they are saying that other people are not a rightful messenger. So who is the rightful messenger for Liberia happenings, issues, backwardness, and so forth?
Yeah, those who are the rightful messenger when it comes to Liberia backwardness, or for me, the way I will understand it, the way I will want to answer your question. If you know, like for example, the whole thing we're talking about General Boneke, he fought war in our country, open people, women and stomach, drink people, children, blood, and at the end of the day, he said he had repented or he's a man of God now. The only thing he wants to do, continue your God business. And don't get into anything that will have to do with politics. Now you are a man of God. Just do your God business and forget about politics issue. Let's see what happening in the country today for him to be coming and then he be talking in the country and everybody know the kind of person he was. So it just shows that he even said repent. Let's see the challenge you were putting onto Yeke Koluba. And you can put 10 of me and Yeke in a room. You will see what will happen. They say our in my young way. And now I get Jesus by my side. Now what and room when you say the time you are in your young way. People who know you, people who are near about young way doing the work, you know why you bring it back to their mind. So why we really make people to say they may have repent? No. You see? So these are some of the things. Liberia, we have to think for ourselves. So when it comes to the things, sometimes people say, "Oh, this other person, they are not a rightful messenger. They are not a." When you say you the way you will behave, the way you present yourself, people will say, "Oh yes, Aliyu, he no more a role." Okay, but I will say, "Oh, I'm no more a role." But when you go no, you see me sometimes I doing my album, second away, I doing certain thing. You will say, "Ah, for how they may acting like this so." So yes, I will say, "That man, na oh role. He can't forget about it." Yeah, how they can say, "Oh, fire now had to catch." So when you say you repent for something, when you say, "Oh yes, this you forgive me," people shouldn't see you doing anything that even resemble what you are doing in the past that you say you are repented from. So that just a
Thank you to Brother Ali for your for you answering the question. You know, this is confusing. That's why myself I keep asking back to back. In fact, I still need more answer to this as to because Liberia issues is glaring. Our former president, during his time when you're in opposition 2017, he talked the same way and he won. He came to power. This president also talked, criticized, and the same thing, he came to power. So I'm just still confused when people are saying that this president is not the face. This one is not the so that's why I'm asking this question to all of you Liberians today. Who you think it is the rightful person to talk? Saying that some because mind you, Soup saying that even though there are a lot of things happening, President Bouaka has done a lot of terrible things according to them, that indeed the citizens have to stand up. But then again, they're saying that Mobile Molu is not the face, or in fact, is not a rightful messenger. So then, those of you who are the rightful messengers, who know these things, that indeed that these things are affecting our people because of these things, the issue of corruption, the issue of bad labor practices, everything in this country affecting our people. So because of that, our people's lives continue to go backward. You all know these things. All of you, you all know. But then you don't want to stand up. They want you to call criminal that they want standing up. So I don't get it. When you hear people talking about you're not a face, you're not a messenger. So you woo the messenger. You woo the face. You know, and that's where the Bible come in and say, if you know that you haven't seen before, take the stone. All of us in this country, one way or the other, we are all into bad things against Liberia. So when people come out who can talk, allow them to talk. The only thing I like about the soup guy when he was saying, Brother Aliu, that indeed it is the right of people to come out and talk, to come out and protest, or maybe to talk as somebody. The only thing, don't disturb other people's movement, and don't disturb other people's rights. And to the Liberian National Police, Brother Aliu Kove coming. Look, you can display, you can do whatsoever thing you want to do, but like the soup chair, I don't know if the chair or the spokesperson said, you have all of the piece in your hand. You have everything in your hand. Now the war is looking at you, Liberia National Police, because you already come out and you display yourself that indeed you are ready for anything. So that means a piece of this country is both sides, but it's heavily in your hand, and you have to protect life and property. In so doing, we have the internet, we have the cameras, we have so many phones. People will record, people will do a lot of things. That's the beauty of social media. Please allow the people to peacefully assemble. Allow them to go by their any kind of thought they want to do. Allow them, let them go ahead and peacefully work with them. Wheresoever place that they will go, you work with them. We don't want to see police and protesters clashing back to back, because I know what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes when they see the huge crowd, sometimes the police want to say, okay, let fire tear gas. And that would be the wrong thing to do. Some people, they get a they want to market, they get a they want to thing in the setting. When they kind of more thing happen, sometimes some people lose their phones, some people they lose their properties just because of fear. They have to run away just because of the tear gas. So what I'm saying here is to the Liberia National Police, please, please. It's not, look, we are all one Liberian. We are all one. Everybody fighting for better Liberia. So if some of you are only fighting maybe for an individual to get rich, then Liberia be poor. Well, it's up to some of you. But for some of us, we are all fighting for better Liberia. See Ghana president. When will this thing happen in Liberia? That our president will come out tomorrow morning and say, moving forward, I'll cancel all of the waste. I'll cancel all of the scratch cards, all of the gasoline that won't probably be receiving 500 gallons of gasoline. When will that happen in our nation? When will Papa come home the right way, at least with 300 USD? Now, one commissioner making 88 US with 6,000, according to Eddie Jaglo. Go there, he said it. One commissioner, somebody commissioner is making 88 US. Can you imagine? You put people into poverty and you make other people to be rich over you. So people will stand up. But I didn't people go to the line. Their news. Let me see. I think yes. They say update. Liberia hands over all traffic management to foreign back company starting on tomorrow. That'll be Wednesday. No. Yes, starting Wednesday for 25 years. So they say effective July 16, the responsibility for managing Liberia traffic system will officially shift from the Ministry of Transport to Liberia Traffic Management Incorporated, or LTM, a foreign-backed private company granted 25 years concession. So that's the latest news that in the LTM now will take the responsibility now of Ministry of Transport. All right, we're getting that. But go ahead.
Thank you, Mabel. You see, just what we are talking here, you just brought another news out again. You see that this is why I say I don't listen to Joseph Boakai. All his speeches are contradiction, that deception and making mockery out of the Liberian people, and he always proving me right. Now Joseph Boakai always talking about creating jobs for the youth, creating jobs for the youth. You bringing Hezbollah country, I mean company rather, You giving them 25 years agreement. You see another Booker's agreement. He did the same thing. Doing Madam Senator, they signed lot of Booker's agreement. This is another one again. Bringing an Hezbollah company, coming to giving them 25 years agreement. And now, you saw the people protesting the one time. When that company take over, about 200 to 300 Liberians are going to lose their job. So, what the job creation you always talking about? So that's not deception. That's not making mortgage out of Liberian people. Instead of bringing companies that will create jobs for the youth, but you bring a company that will take the youth out of job. What sense does that make? This is why people say, oh, the old man is a man of wisdom. He lacked wisdom. Joseph Boakai knows nothing. No wisdom he are applying. So what it says in that, and when I saw somebody telling the protest, the disenchanted you paste, oh, Yoshini joined the protest, we're doing everything to see her best, we will make avenue for you people to get job. When they are seeing you people taking people from out of job.
But Ghana president and I got 6 months. They may every 5. Oh man, their country anyway. That go to the line and interact with our people. Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, go ahead quickly. Sorry, go ahead.
So you see Ghana president today, you see what he's doing. The people, they are proud of him today. And this is what I said. If people say George William failed the Liberian people, Joseph Boakai was never an option. Somebody would say the squander opportunity after serving as for 12 years, the highest paid vice president in the history of Liberia. He said the squander opportunity he left on loan and you brought him. So the other question you ask, who the red messenger, the Liberian people is up to the 2029 to decide who the red messenger. And they will say, oh, CDC again, we want this other person.
Good evening to you.
All right, well, Ali, thank you. So let's go to the land to interact with our people. Yeah, go ahead quickly. Your name and from where you join us?
Yeah, good evening, Mebon. Yeah, my name is Hussein. I'm Hussein Kewu. I come from Jacob Sound District 2. So, Mebon, it's good to be a good researcher and a student of history. Mebon, and you talk about the police was already in the street, it sound like a word of intimidation. This is an international accepted police training. All the world, police was normally come out and do some of those normal practices, right? It is not meant to intimidate. I think some of the last one we saw the AFF, the AFF is in reversals. They are doing what we call the border patrol. Those are normal international accepted police drill. So it is not for intimidation on that one. 2, Aliu, if you were here and part of the protest, the police will guard you and give you every necessary protection because it is their work to protect life and property. So do not think the police will be like the police in the last 6 years. The police have committed themselves. Let me end me, because you said 1 minute. To ensuring that the peace of this country is preserved and therefore and other Liberian citizens can move freely in the corridor. So as you can come down, you'll be protected by the National Police and every other Liberian will be protected. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Charles Cooper. Charlie, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mebon.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
Let me say thank you to the panelists. Mebon, I continually say that leadership was our country is cursed, and we have to stand very tall to break this curse. And Liberia is about 100 years older than Ghana. I just posted on my page what the president of Ghana did. So sometimes I wonder if our leaders read the international news, or is it that they read them but they don't care? Because maybe if you look at Liberia is like a great grandmother in Africa. Liberia gives birth to almost all of the countries in Africa. But see where we are, Mabon. I sent you some references. I don't know if you saw the references from some biblical references. When you read the Bible, you just know that Liberia is cursed. But you see, we always proclaim that we are a Christian nation, only in our mouth, but we don't do those things that will make for God to have mercy upon this nation. That is to go through true repentance and work hard to carry our nation somewhere. We only say we love this country in our mouth, but when we are given power, then we don't love the country, we love ourselves. That's the kind of way Liberia. So anyone who feels that Liberia, what is happening to her is normal, that person is abnormal labor.
All right, thank you so much. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, maybe I'm having Johnson calling for tomorrow. You see, to the police, they're just trying to show that they are weak. I said it in the past. The police is very weak. So they come out of and they showing strength. But they just stop people from moving. You can stop people by bringing people with filthy up clothes on. I'm sorry for that. I think I need to send some money to the police RD to see how best they can take care of the police. Because he just try to show to us that they are weak. So you just stop the protesters from protesting. The protest will go on. The people will take the street. The government will see the picture of the Liberian people. So they should stand up tall and stop misbehaving. Because I want the police argue was doing today, or I know when he did that. He be at his floor. You bring the police to public ridicule like what he did today. You can't people the regular people in the street acting the malicious people. Go at those days when we're holding arms. The arms are fast. So you just come out with the police in that kind of form and manner. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's move straight to David King. David King, good evening.
Good evening, Mabel, and let me say good evening to the rest of the panelists. You see, when I saw those guys, I was thinking whether they are from Grand Jade. But you see the police are over there because
so what happened to other Grand Jade people? Go ahead, my young man.
I thought they give on a dusty road. Yeah, Lofa or Grand Jade. I thought. Got also DA people and money, also some fire service people. So they're telling us that the police cannot contain the people that will be out there, so they have to bring other people from the other security apparatus to come and beef up that strength. Yeah, we understand. But graduates should understand that the protests, they will be void of violence, except where in the case you want to make it violent. But we are not ready for that. We are going to state our point. What this government is doing. Today, I was just showing through my phone on Facebook, and I noticed that all government houses, hospitals and clinics, the fees there have been increased by the government. And these are some of the things that we don't want to see happening in our country, because Baka promised us good life. He promised us rescue.
But David King, the people are saying that some of you, in fact, the message is good, but you people are not a reverend messenger.
But who determine who is the reverend messenger? When Joseph Baka, who squandered opportunity and he told us were standing, protesting Joseph, more angry than other people, Darren DeLong and other people, were they the right messenger? No, nobody should think that Liberia is owned by them. Liberia, for every Liberia, we have the right to assemble and petition our government. Equally so, we know that Article 17 provide for her, Article 13 also provide freedom of movement. But we will not stand in any one way to not move freely, because the Constitution provides for that. And this is why we call on the police to provide security so that we can be able to carry on the process peacefully.
Thank you so much. Peacefully, that's the only thing we want. Let it be peacefully. Or if let it be peaceful, that's the right thing to do. Hello, today's caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
This is Pastor David.
Yeah, Pascal, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us, my dear brother.
Thank you, Jay. So, the police are warming up. And if you warm up, I was thinking why they didn't call taboo. They all should call taboo. And look, this is how unserious they are. Getting prepared, unfair. See how they were all reckless today. So the police only put themselves in the spirit for protest. After protest, no police. Guess what? You can dance, and dance the last song in the country. You can't intimidate us. You can't never. This is a clear mandate to us. We are peaceful. We'll be peaceful. We want to remain peaceful. Listen, I'm saying we will want to remain peaceful. But if
and you have to be peaceful.
No, I said we will want to be peaceful.
Yeah, but you have to.
Well, somebody said they are students of history. You know, sometimes when people have short memory, the police kill people in Kemon. Because it's alright. You know, I always told them the question. They just take telephone and call. Oh, the police people. But I'm reminding you that the police kill people in Kemon. What is that history? That low-headed history.
All right. Thank you. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yes, my dear, go ahead.
Thank you. This is Koyu with MV, and I joined this conversation for this Sktv. Let me say thank you to you. You know, I don't know how people understand the freedom of speech or the Article 17. It's not only for opposition to just call government officials or to criticize government, for everybody.
Yes,
so
indeed.
even government officials do get it right to criticize other people too. So, for example, if the Constitution says you have the right to go and protest, and you have under that right to go in the rural ghettos to start mobilizing Jogos to go for that protest, nobody get problem with you. When you get problem with the police, who go to do that monster? Then you say they're going to inflict fear in you. Then when we turn and they say we want to do comparison, we will say John, we have did it too. My people, you got to forget. You forget on the eve of June 7th. Ask anybody if you got to forget. That day was the night that the police on the back to the John, we have police paraded the street with machinery guns, RPG, the Moa. They paraded the street with Moa. We were still focused on our protest. That did not make us scared. So why would they sort of monster be scared? I think maybe if you say you're scared, then it means you have a ulterior motive that you want to go and cause violence. So because of the joint security monster that you see, then you get scared with it. Don't get scared. Everything you go with clean mind, with your placard in your hand, and not obstructing other people movement. Do not be scared. The government have already given you the right. Yesterday, you listened to the justice minister. He told you that we have agreed. We give them the right. You go and protest.
All right. Thank you so much. You go and protest. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, put it up to that labor and put you into your panel. Next time it's my knee, I took you about the script too. You don't make far for me, I support the protest 100% because this government repeated that when people die, they have paid us 100%. This is when I have prayer of common who is passing around, putting fear in people. They come into us for me and they put us in my first protest I will ever take part in. I will be there in full because they have shown to others. They are not able to govern. Look at the economy now. Just very hard. They pass the around telling other, you know, to the one. We might have all that attack here. We'll put them more as you know, support their protest here. When our president and Joe Biden who said like it's quite an opportunity here and support president and people that they don't have the credit to take in protest. We'll tell them that Molu is the best person to lead this project.
Thank you so much. Liberians are speaking out. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening, maybe to give to all of those under my voice. This is Brother G. Lahasi, where they come from PJ Ebitoro. Let me analyze it. I think you listen to the youth chairman of CDC who supported the protest. And he demanding that if the president does not come to receive the petition, they will remain there for days. Is that peaceful? Secondly,
it's possible because it's possible that people can remain in the street maybe for the next 4 or 5 days. The only thing is that they shouldn't interrupt other people.
Way before the march, they say go again and speak before the march. Is there
June 7 protest? June 7 protest. People were saying we have got coal pot. People were saying we pot and so forth. They were also cooking.
They don't say no more days. You say 4 or 5 days. If you say you're going to get a petition for the march for the president to come to receive. If it does not come to remain there, it will be 4 days, 1 month will remain there. Is that peaceful? No. Yeah, more about they are giving you your guarantee to go. They are giving your now he's saying that he gave instruction to us. We are all citizens, we are all right. Now we should use the Jonathan road. They will use the Boulevard road, and we should not use that road. Is that right? He gave instruction now to us. Has he become the police director? And last time, you asked a question. Who are those? People are saying that Molu is not a rifleman. I think one like you should be a rifleman to lead the protest.
No.
Why no? Why no? See, in America, should be a rifleman to lead a protest.
Because Liberians are deceitful. That's why I'm saying no. I know you're good. Send your love political party, send your love politician, on your own life. Me, maybe I'm gonna waste my time for protest. All right. Today's caller, my brother, that's our job. So that one by the man, one by. Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Mamu Sefu. I'm calling you from Broadway. For me, really, I see that I don't think anybody should panic. The protester, the government, and anybody should panic. The protester, as long as they know they are going there with clean heart and good objective, whether they pull how many people also, whether they pull who also, they know they get an objective and know they will be peaceful, they should not panic. And for the government, they definitely know whether they send the president to come and receive petition or whoever they come with petition, no need for them to panic, they will just deal with clean. But I can just say, you cannot in any way. I know, even in the past, the other protesters, they demanded John William Okai receive their
yes,
petition.
Indeed. Thank you.
Yeah, early people demanded like they want to call to come and receive. Neither of the president came to receive it, but that is just a morale that all protesters will put out. So I don't think we should panic about it. It's just a matter of, yes, if you want to go up way on top of the mountain, you think about going in the sky. When you're not reaching the sky, you fall down top of the mountain.
Thank you, my dear brother. Yeah, I don't want to get people. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mibo and Ariu Masade in the diaspora.
Yes, go ahead.
Peter David Council, I come under the street light in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion. You know, Mibo, Liberia is an interesting country. To see police at a training as though they are going to fight war, that clearly indicates to you that the government of Joseph Imabwaka and Unity Party police are very well weak. These guys are very much lazy. Look at some of them, even they are muscle. And they kind of theater to the deploy. And come July 17th, on Thursday, we are going to converge. That is clear. Because this government have totally frustrated the Liberian people, even those that voted for them. Look at what the national and now receive salary. Then we'll sit down, the economy has totally declined. On a just like Mapwaka, the economy is in total shambles. Our people cannot afford and everybody. Look at the way the whole country is looking. Then we'll sit down and a big clapping our hand on just like Mapwaka, who told all that we are was a problem. The Unity Party have been the problem of this particular country. And that has been articulated and proven by just like Mapwaka and only God's incompetency. And the extra judicial killing have been the order of the day. Look at today, insecurity all over. Our brothers that are riding motorcycle and a tricycle, they are being chased.
All right, thank you so much. People got something to do. So that's called a good evening.
Good evening, Mabel.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the first of today's sign and change of something district. You see that what they call all we the people. We are the people. We employ the president. We got the people maybe. Curriculum should not be taken over the past. We don't want to employ curriculum boss. So we are going to speak to our soldiers. We give country to President Baka. So we now decide how we will President Baka in this country. So we are going to him to say, look, we give you as a soldier our property to take care of. But the way you handle the property will not get the far. So we'll not be expecting any, lieutenant or President Baka to come to us to take our petition. And again, one thing I want to say is that the people should start giving us Zogo and Hata. They put them and not Zogo put them.
I bet you have that information though.
Work on there, they are arresting us over there around. They're not giving us Hata here that real people who win the money to share and not buying that goods. People who are right there and pay that money and the government decided to do them. People who laugh half for you with that pastor and who are taking on the ministry. Now we don't want coming outside, and that's Zogo. We don't want coming, we the people.
All right. Thank you. We the people. To this caller. Good evening.
Thank you, Mabel.
Yeah.
The voice of Prince Kulake. I'm from this town from District 5. So there was something that one of your panelists said in President Aliu. I don't think he's doing justice to the discussion. Because if you tell us
that President we are at the time is a peacemaker, all of those things, and you put it in his regime. There was no government official threatening anybody that want to have a protestation. It's false. He made mention Boneke, but I can tell him Authority was working with our MCC, right?
I don't know. Maybe that you don't want to allow information. Me, I don't know. Yeah.
So on so many occasions, we were being threatened. In fact, the people that you saw on the Capitol building.
Yeah, go. The message go off. They won't even talking. Yeah, to brother Louis. Louis, good evening.
Maybe you have some quality that I admire. You know, in journalism, you don't put yourself on a talk show host, be a political commentator, social commentator. You give the callers a chance to. Aliyu has to take times. Aliyu is a sedition, he make it clear. But there are records. They beat the 102, they call him Marvin Saka. They beat in a government for real. When we were picking them, when they lay down and put saying your mouth, the second, the men will run the operation for the Liberian National Police, were beating the CDC combat and giving government for real. That was despicable. But the point I like to say is that the protester has a right to protest. Protest is a democratic element. Had the Minister of Justice refused to give the protester this right, I'm going to be seriously bitter with them. The only thing is that inside the police, the protester have to govern themselves in a civility, in a civilized and civility manner. Nobody have to pass on the road to go to the city. Other people going to the airport for their flight, other children going to school, other people going to their market, other people going to their job. And then I hear one of your callers saying it is a protester all around the world. The police regulate. They give you the right, but they regulate. They tell you where to go, where to pass. Even to Tahrir Square in Egypt, they go there for months. You won't be there for 10 months, but they say go in the square and protest. The protester has a right to be out for even 2 months. They got a right on the 17th to be there for 1 week, but they cannot block the entrance because Milburn has to pass. Aliyu said that in America has to pass. There are a lot of women going to the hospital for delivering. People going on the airport to get a flight. So you will enjoy that right because of your right. Everybody has their right. The protester has their right. The police will regulate it. The police don't have to be violent. The police should be civil. The police should work along with them. The police should be, but those are the requirements. But people has a right to protest. The police should protest. It's a right. It's a democratic element. How do you test the government democratic credential if nobody protests?
Thank you. Hey, brother Louis, you brother. Yeah, sometimes thank you, man. Thank you so much. At least that's the best thing to do. Quickly, I see some WhatsApp number. I take that WhatsApp call, then I cross over to brother Ali. At least most of our people are talking now. Ali, they've been talking almost, I think, 20 minutes. Yeah, all of you have talk, and so forth. So let me go to the WhatsApp call quickly. Yes, I think I get a call already on the line. Yeah, my dear brother, good evening. Yes, hello, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor. My name is GT. I'm calling from Canada and living to the Latin people. And how are you guys doing today?
Well, we are fine. At least we are okay. Thank God.
Okay. Anyway, pick today, as usual, but I'll leave you there. I can join you. I can give it to them. You know, they don't let the true, but I can really enjoy it. So, like, people, I just want to come to you guys, like, the protest out there is for every one of y'all. If you feel you're okay, you can stay. If you feel you're not okay and things like that, you can show up and think. Everybody don't have to go to the executive mansion or to the Capitol building or anywhere and think. And if the police really behave tomorrow, and they can kind of reduce the numbers and things. So if they come peaceful, the people will be very peaceful. But I know that people are going to be peaceful and things.
All right.
The police want to make it thing hard and things, and people will make it hard.
No.
But know that the people will be peaceful.
Yes.
And they will also go there and support the protests. So that's all we wanted to do.
All right. Thank you so much. So, brother Ali, we got to go. No time. We have probably about 6 more minutes or nearly 5 more minutes to go. So what do you want to respond to our Liberian people? I guess you listen to diverse views. People for, people against. That's the beauty for me. I want like in entire life. I like for people to disagree and to agree. It makes 100% sense to me. But go ahead, my dear brother.
Yeah. Thanks to all the callers. We appreciate them for taking their time to participate on the show. Yes, everybody had to give their own view. But first of all, for me, I was in Liberia 12 years of Manasedi and Joseph Boakai, and I know under the administration how brutal the police were. and Joseph Boakai is in power again. And the city continue whenever United Party in power, police brutality is the order of the day. We saw what police did in our country. King George, I worked so many years when I was in Liberia, we built our plane, everything. We protest, that small protest we carry on in our place, during my administration, all of this, but nobody were killed. But only under Joseph Boakai administration. If there's the police, you come and tell me, Aliyu Masale, I should depend on the police. Going come police under Joseph Boakai administration to say I can call Liberia and I'm going to be protected. Hey, let me tell you something. We the Muslim, you know that you will see Kawu. When our people born or when they take account, when they put to us our 40 days, they can make our sheep sacrifice. They make my sheep sacrifice. I get swear behind me to look at myself and you must my life. And I say I trust Joseph Boakai police under Gregory Como to say I will be protected in Liberia. Hell no. And you like it, everybody, you like it, you can say what you want to say. The police doing job we are administration, they were more mature than the police under Joseph Boakai. See what is happening in the country. Police every small thing beating people all in the street. We saw what happened in King George, what happened in Banyo. Shooting, killing people, nothing coming from Allah. If there's the police say they are responsible, I should leave my family and go do what I can go Liberia, yes. But I can't go Liberia and say, oh yes, I depend on the police to say I'm protected. Then no. Like we said, people get a right to protest, but don't go and block other people's ways. Now everybody, other people in Liberia, they don't want to protest, even though they know what they are going through, but they decide to go through it. They don't want to be part of protest. In the morning, they're going to do their lay hustle. You shouldn't block the way from there. No, you can't do that. Like abusing other people's rights. In America here, the last time people were protesting, they spent almost 3-4 days. Nobody had a problem with them. But the moment they started blocking way for other people to pass, no. Immediately, the president gave order, the National Guard was sent there. You can't do that. Nobody stopping you from protesting, but don't go and stop other people's movement. You can't do that. They give you right to protest. Don't abuse your right. Because stopping other people's freedom from moving and things, you're abusing their own right. The protest should be peaceful. And somebody talking say had the eve of June 7 protest or George Weah, there were weapons or Moa were moving all around. All of these things, I continue to say anything George Weah do, United Party will do it. All along the police couldn't go for their muster and what have you. But only today they're going for muster, sinking rebel Sunday. Then what you want to say? You can look at the government and then you say, oh yes. It's almost like when somebody talking that the last time people used to say, we will fight with our blood to defend George Weah. Can you listen to these people? No, look at their character. But if you listen to men of born naked talking, look at the character that's speaking. So you should look at the police that are doing muster training and honor which administration they are doing it. Honor which police.
All right, thank you. We gotta go home.
So
yes,
you can't come and compare the past and the present. The police before they are more mature and responsible than Joseph Boakai police. So thanks to all the callers that we can see tomorrow again. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you. Happy congratulations, my man, on your anniversary.
Yeah, thank you, my dear brother. Tomorrow will be making me 2 years in marriage. Tomorrow we'll be talking about those of you who get angry to my sister. Some of them are asking me a question. Maybe look, I'm the most happiest person in my home. Maybe you don't even know. It ain't even come where everybody get issues, but I don't bow into all of that things. Some of you are commenting, maybe a social issue because the issue educate most of our people. So again, thanks to all of you, our callers and our followers, those of you who always follow this show.
How many years?
2 years. 2 years. But tomorrow,
my man.
I will talk it tomorrow, my young man. Don't worry. Maybe in further you don't know who got to So that's the people. Thanks to all of you.
Yeah, tomorrow don't worry, my man. Don't worry. Tomorrow we made a day for you. Don't worry about that.
Thank you. Because
I got you for tomorrow, my man. Don't worry.
Wonderful. So my people, that's it. Thanks to all of you. We're gonna disagree to agree for me that or yeah, my brother. Thank you so much. So we're gonna disagree to agree. That's the best thing to do. Don't hold other people right. For me, no. I don't like. Allow the person to express. Allow the person to talk. That's why some of us, our relationship not even prospering. Because we always want to be the so say one, so say all. When you talk, no one else shouldn't talk. No. Allow the person to talk. Allow the person to talk and disagree. Thanks to all of you. Good night from our end. I'm Johnson Mayborn Kula. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to Mr. Kane and the head of radio and programs, Onio Sumba Rabos and Laike Berete, our dynamic CEO. Good night from my end. I'm Johnson Mayborn Kula.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to serve. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents from there. The work with my life we have here.
A lyrical
Master.
Play Paris who make on you. I can't Sktv benyo. Say my journey, tina get I say my jamo. And you no money, emu aye yo. And you love emu aye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do boy ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do boy ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the TV, and I don't forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to serve. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. The work with my life we have here. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.